Do you own a tree service or landscaping company? Are you looking to scale your business using Facebook ads? In this video, I'm going to break down how we took this tree service company from a brand new business doing only around 15K a month and scaled them up to a 7-figure run rate and added over $130,000 to their business in just 4 months. I'm going to break it all down for you today, and I'm going to show you exactly what we did in this case study so that hopefully you could get similar results. What's going on, you guys? This is Matt Thibeau here with Savant Marketing Agency, and I've got a treat for you today. I'm going to break down the exact ad campaign that we did for this tree service company to scale up their business essentially from scratch so that you can have a really solid idea of how to go about doing something like this. I'm going to delineate everything in today's video so you're going to have a really solid idea of exactly what we did, what the cost per lead was, what we spent, and the return and everything, what it looks like on the back end. So let's jump right into things here. I'm really excited about today's video. So basically, let's talk first about this situation that this company was in when they first came to us. This business owner, it's actually two business owners who own the company together. And basically they were a referral that came from another tree company. And they came into our business, and essentially where they were at with their business at the time was that they had no marketing really. They were a brand new company. So they were just starting out. Basically the entire business was just based off of referrals, right? They had no website. They had no real online presence or anything really going. So basically the business was essentially through just existing contacts. And like I said, they were doing around 15K a month in revenue, in sales. And so basically this business was essentially starting from scratch. They didn't really have a whole ton of contacts. They didn't have any like marketing assets or anything that was really like bringing in business when we start. It's typically a lot easier to turn on a marketing campaign and get huge results if you're starting from already a successful place. Whereas this business was essentially a brand new clean slate. So this is really valuable for you if you're a brand new tree service or landscaping business, because you're going to see exactly what it would take to take a campaign from scratch and really scale it up from there. So that's the kind of the situation that they were in. One of the owners was more of the operational guy, so actually handling a lot of the work and like managing the team. And then the other guy was more so like a business development guy who was working one-on-one with us in terms of the marketing and the sales side of things. Let's just to set the tone of like the preface of like where this business was at when they came in with us. They knew they needed to do marketing, which is why they came to us, and they were looking for something that would be like a very robust system so that they could scale, because they started the business with the intention of scaling it up to about 7 figures within their first year. So let's talk a little bit about the strategy that we implemented for this business. First things first, like I said, they have no real online reputation. So we needed to build up a reputation for this business so that when people are coming across the business, they're not like freaked out or don't trust the company, right? Now at this stage, a lot of agencies, what they would say is they'd be like, oh, you need a brand new website, spend $5,000 to $10,000 on this site, and let's set you up with all of this stuff right up the front. And this particular client, he asked me, he said, do I think I should get like a really nice website up front? And what do I need to spend money on? And what do I not need to? What I typically recommend if it's like starting from scratch or brand new business, and you have zero, nothing, I would say to invest in advertising first before spending a whole boatload of money on a website. So in this case, we basically just set up a really simple landing page for this client. So 1-page site that's very basic, that basically will get the job done in the meantime. So then we'll talk about the results and all that. Once you get profits that come in from an ad campaign, then you can reinvest it into more of a long-term strategy like a website and such. Right off the bat, basically what we did first was we just got like the foundations in place. So setting up like a Facebook page, like I said, setting up the landing page so that they have something online there, getting a logo done that just looks decent. But what was really important was getting the reputation up to snuff. And so basically what we provide for all of our clients are just these really simple little Google review cards. And essentially what they do, they're really neat. You can just tap them onto a client's phone and it will pop open so that they can leave a review on the company Google business profile, right? And so this was one of the key ways that we really built up their online reviews before launching the campaign, so that if someone came across the ad campaign and they Googled the name of the business, they would be able to find lots of great reviews and a good online reputation about this company. So those were some of the first things that we did in terms of the online reputation. Next, what we did is we really focused in on the service that we wanted to go after for this campaign, and we built a unique offer based around that. Because they're a tree service company, oftentimes for a tree service company, the most profitable jobs to get that are going to be the biggest, most high-end kind of jobs would be tree removals. And so that was the primary focus that we had, was tree removals, and then also a little bit of tree trimming and pruning on the side. And so I would definitely say there was about 70% removals, 30% trimming. So just to give you an idea there of the split that we did for the services to really go after. And then we created the messaging and the offer all based around this campaign, right? And so typically what I like to do anytime that we are running a marketing campaign for a client is we want to come up with an offer that's going to attract the right type of client into the business, also help you stand out, because there's a lot of tree service businesses out there and they're all running similar offers. So it's really important to basically put an offer out there that's going to position you as being a higher end contractor, but also just attract the right type of people into the business. And so essentially what we did for the offer was, number one, we offered same day estimates. So a bit of a speed offer there, right? So not a lot of contractors have the systems in place to be able to offer a same day estimate. So that was a bit of an advantage for this business, and they executed it really well. And the other offer that we did was a free stump grinding included with the tree removal. That was the offer that we chose to do. And what's funny is, like, sometimes you're so in the weeds with things that this particular client was like, free stump grinding. I don't know if that's like we would do that anyway, or we wouldn't do that, or blah, blah, blah. And so I think just getting creative sometimes with your offers, because no other tree service business is thinking like that. So us coming in as their marketers and being, how can we add value to this? I think that was like a really great offer, and people responded to it really well. Rather than doing like a 10% off discount or some of these things, that's going to attract a whole bunch of price shoppers and people who also are seeing similar ads from other tree businesses running probably discount offers. Instead, we're going to take that discount and just add value instead. So offering the free stump removal. We also experimented with free wood removal, or like wood disposal, sorry, is what we called it. So after you're done cutting the tree down, we'll take the wood away. So these are some things to just position you as being a little bit more of like a turnkey, higher end business. And so that was the offer that we did for this particular campaign. Next up was the media that we chose to actually take this offer and put it in front of the right people and basically start generating leads, was Facebook ads and Google local service ads. So on the Facebook ads side, something that's really important to be able to do a campaign like that is to have the right content, right? And so our success team coached the client on what type of content to get, what it should say, and what it should look like. So typically the type of content that we're looking for in our business right now are going to be videos just on your phone, essentially of an elevator pitch of the business owner, just talking a little bit about who they are and essentially what the service is that they provide. So this particular client was a little bit nervous to go on video, but he actually did a very good job. And our success team basically coached him through what those videos should look like, what to say on the videos. So we wrote the scripts for him and essentially just gave him the blueprint to making these great social media videos. And then they sent those videos back to us and we edit them all up. And now he has a series of different videos that all speak to the pain points of the particular homeowner who's looking to get a tree removed. So that was the kind of the first thing that we did for the Facebook ads, is get all the content in place. And then for the local service ads, there's a little bit of like groundwork that you need to set up to get local service ads up and going. So we needed to do a background check and also submit the insurance for the business for local service ads. And that process took maybe about 14 days or so. And so once that was all good to go, then essentially both Facebook and local service ads were all set up, approved, and ready to rock. And so that was basically the strategy that we implemented for getting the content and getting the leads to be able to reach out to people, right? Because Facebook is going to be a very great platform for putting those videos in front of the right people that we want to reach, whether it's based off of their geolocation or whether it's based off of like their interests and some of the behaviors they've shown online. Whereas Google local service ads is that we want to catch people who are just like Googling for the service to get done right now. So typically the local service ads are going to be a lot hotter of a lead compared to Facebook. But if you stick to the end of this video, you're going to see that the results were actually interesting and how that all played out. So those were the medias that we chose. And across the board between Facebook and local service ads, we spent $3,000 per month on ad spend, just to give you an idea of what we were investing over the course of this 4 months into a campaign like this. So let's talk a little bit about the results, right? So 4 months in, here's basically what we're looking at for the results. We actually did a call with this client to verify all of this about a week ago. So I've got it all here for you. So in about 4 months, we've spent just under $12,000. The reason for that was that Google local service ads wasn't able to spend the full amount. So there just weren't enough people who were actually searching for the actual service through Google. So that's why it's a little bit less than 12,000 or whatever we were expecting. And during that 4-month stint, we were able to generate 225 Facebook leads at around $43 per lead. So typically we look for leads on Facebook to be about $30 to $50. So it's right within the benchmark of what we're looking for. So that's awesome. Definitely a lot of great leads there that we generated too. And then we generated 43 Google leads for $30.86. So actually cheaper than the Facebook leads. So typically you don't see that. Google local service ads would be a little bit more expensive, but in this case, they were actually cheaper than Facebook. However, most of the jobs actually came from Facebook ads. We were able to close 57 jobs from that spend. And I would say about 90% of those jobs were actually from Facebook, interestingly enough. So that's a neat little stat there. And so the total amount sold in the 4 months was just over $130,000. So we did $130,000 and $130,900. So definitely really good performance there in terms of top line sales. And something that was pretty neat is that we still have about $40,000 outstanding in quotes. And so there's definitely a lot of opportunity to still capitalize and close some of those jobs as well to bump up the overall return from a campaign like this. And lastly, something that's really exciting is that we were actually able to scale this business from where they started at $15K a month all the way up to $80K per month now that they're doing. So it actually puts them basically at a 7-figure run rate from start 4 months ago to now. They're at a 7-figure run rate, which is super exciting. That's a little bit about the results here, guys, of this campaign that we did. We're still only 4 months in. The two owners are super excited and we're really happy. Everything is really panning out with them. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it so that the algorithm will raise this up so more contractors can see this and benefit from it. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more breakdowns like this, I'm doing them every single week. I'm giving you new content that is designed to help your business grow. So if you want to give me a subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And if you're watching this video right now and you've got a tree service or landscaping or outdoor living business and you're trying to hire a marketing agency that really knows what they're doing to help you scale things up and really blow things up and take it to another level, I'll put my link in the description there. You can book a call with our team and we'd be happy to help you out. All right, guys, I'll see you on my next video.